Hey everybody, Shaine Mata here. One of the things that's happening right now, or let me start over. One of the problems that I'm starting to see with some clients, like doctors and attorneys, is that they're invested in computers that are running Windows XP. And as you know, if you try to buy a computer recently, a lot of computers are switching over to Windows Vista, which means that if you want to, or if your computer breaks down or you need to replace it or upgrade it or something, your options are very limited because a lot of the new hardware requires a lot more resources than the older computers could handle. And so you end up getting to that point where buying a new computer is actually cheaper than trying to retrofit stuff into your old computer. Okay? But the problem is that a lot of software was written for Windows XP, and you can't install that software in Windows Vista very easily or without some issues here and there. So if you have some specialty software that's running on your Windows XP computer and you want to upgrade your computer to something that runs a little bit better, that has more updates and all that, you run into that problem where you start having compatibility problems. So that's what I'm seeing right now with some clients, is that they're getting to that point where they have to stick to the old computer unless they actually want to upgrade everything in their office. You know, they'd have to upgrade their billing system or their record system that they have. They'd have to upgrade their software, and for a lot of them, this is way more expensive than simply retrofitting an old computer. But if you retrofit an old computer, then you know that its lifetime is limited. All you're doing is buying time, but in the long run, you're still going to have to make a big investment. So this is why I am a big proponent or supporter of cloud computing. It's because if you have everything up on the cloud, everything runs as a website for your business, you don't have to worry about upgrades anymore, because it doesn't matter what kind of computer you have. It could be a Mac, it could be a PC, it could be a Linux box or some other type of computer that runs another operating system. So long as it has web access and has a decent browser, you'd be able to run your system or your information there. So I think what you're going to start seeing is that a lot of I saw the other day, actually, I saw a patient record system. What's it called? An EMR, electronic medical record software. Is called MedSys, that keeps everything up on the web, and so you VPN into their network and then you run everything off of there. I'm sure that there's other systems like that for other types of businesses. The advantage is that it's web-based, so again, it doesn't matter what kind of computer you have, and so you can actually keep the old computers and retrofit them or do whatever you need to, because it doesn't matter what's running as long as you have the browser. So if you're looking for a solution for your business, you may look at web-based solutions simply for that reason, and that it's a low maintenance cost in the long term, because you can simply swap out computers. If one goes down and it costs you much more to fix it than to get a new computer, you just get a new computer. And a lot of times the new computer is much better than what you started with. So anyways, it's a long explanation for a simple problem, but if in your business you may look at replacing old computers with new ones with XP, but make sure that you have a system set up already that runs off of the internet in some way instead of running off of your computer. So the old application running on your computer thing is dying out, because it's just not worthwhile, because you're locked in. You keep having to buy the licenses, or for old computers that you can't keep around forever. They're eventually going to die. So either that, or you always have to have a contingency plan in place in case one of your systems goes down, so you can start switching over. So start shopping for new systems that either run on the web or will run on Windows Vista, because your old XP box is going to die very soon. This is Shaine Mata. We'll talk to you again soon for Technology Bites. Really bites.